If I am a mirror, for which is defined as something that gives a true representation, then wouldn't I be a mirror's image of the written word? It says, now mirror image is defined as something that has its parts reversely arranged in comparison with another similar thing, or that is reversed with reference to an intervening axis or plane. Now, see, so that's reversely is opposite or contrary to a previous or normal condition. So now, wouldn't I then be a written version of Isaiah 54, verse 3 through 13, that says, but draw near hither, ye sons of the sorceress, the seed of adulterers, and the whore, against whom do ye sport yourselves, against whom make ye a wide mouth, and draw out the tongue? Are ye not children of transgression, a seed of falsehood, inflaming yourselves with idols under every green tree, slaying the children in the valleys, under the cliffs of the rocks, among the smooth stones of the stream is thy proportion. They are thy lot, even to them hast thou poured a drink offering, thou hast offered a meat offering. Should I receive confidence? Upon a lofty and high mountain hast thou set thy bed, even thither wentest thou up to offer sacrifice. Beyond the doors also and the posts hast thou set up thy remembrance, for thou hast discovered thyself to another than me, and art gone up. Thou hast enlarged thy bed and made thee a covenant with them. Thy loveth thy bed where thou sawest it, and thou wouldest to the king with ointment, and didst increase thy perfumes, and didst send thy messengers far off, and didst debase thyself even unto hell. Thou art weary in the greatness of thy way, yet saidst thou not, this is no hope. Thou hast found the life of thine hand. Therefore you wasn't not grieved, and of whom hast thou been afraid or feared, that thou hast lied and hast not remembered me, nor laid it to be to thy heart? Have not I held my peace even of old, and thou fearest me not? And thou, but it's thou, see, and thou, THOU, fears me not. I will declare thy righteousness and thy works, for they shall not profit thee. When thou criest, let thy companies deliver thee, but the wind shall carry them away. Vanity shall take them, but he that putteth his trust in me shall possess the land, and shall inherit my holy mountain. In the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th, 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. See, I'm saying, if now is being fulfilled, then what did I do inside of the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning? Like, how could you preach this to me and me not be condemning you? See, I'm saying, well, if it's two sides to every story, it says, but draw near. So this is what I'm saying. If you running from the light that I cast, legally, historically, biblically, religiously, spiritually, financially, mentally, and federally in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida on August 12th in 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as in the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning. And now you're telling me on August 27th in 2023 at 9:22 in the morning, you is telling me to draw near to you in some church, temple, synagogue, or mosque, so you can tell me what Isaiah said? So you gonna tell me what Isaiah said, but I can't tell you I did what Isaiah said if I am the mirror image of the word, see, of the written word, because I can show you my mirror's image. See, I have a book, right, called The Gift. I also have over 100 books. So am I not written? If I wrote those words, are not those words my written image? So wouldn't those words be my mirror's image? Look, something that has its parts reversely arranged in comparison with another similar thing. So see, now wouldn't I be reversed in this? See, but draw near hither, ye sons of sorcerers. See, so now, see, y'all running, but you say I'm the sorcerer, but I'm where Jesus last was. But it say that your kind, which is the religious leaders of Jesus' time, see, that's that comparison now. See, but now you tripping on me. But I'm saying, well, if I am the mirror image of the word, then you have to be the mirror image of the preacher of the word. You the teacher. So now, if I now can't come to the people, right, in my mirror's image, with these words, how would Jesus be able to come through the words of Isaiah? See, he could only tell you Isaiah's words as I am telling you Isaiah's words. See, so this is something that has its parts. See, because the devil was then as the devil is now. I wasn't then, but I am now. But the spirit of evil was then as it is now. So I'm saying, well, why can't I use what was illustrated through words that I have also illustrated to reference what I am now experiencing? See, I'm saying, well, why would the preachers who preach this word then be against me for using the words that they preach to show the sorcerers? Now, hold on. Let's see what they saying on the sorcerer thing here. See, so if we, you see what I'm saying? If we don't know what they talking about, how we can even argue about what they said? You don't even know what they talking about. See, and these people got us arguing with each other. Okay, now there's sorcerers. A person who practices sorcery. Okay, sorcery. Sorcery, the definition of sorcery is the use of power gained from the assistance or control of evil spirits, especially for divining. Now, for divining, see? Now, that is divine of relating to or proceeding directly from God or a God. Now, how do they divine? What is divining? Like okay, now this is divining. This to discover by institution or insight. So, okay, the first one is divine. Now, when you change the E and put an I and then have to put the ing, it changes the meaning of the word also. See, look. Divine in its normal sense is divine. That's how I spell. But under that definition, it means what I told you before, of relating to, proceeding directly from God or a God, or being a deity, which is defined as, a deity is defined as the rank or essential nature of a God, right? See, that's all under divine. And then it's directly to a deity. So that means it's directed to somebody. See, so that's me directing you to the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the United States Declaration of Independence, statutory law, and the Civil Rights Act of 1964 in the civil and criminal courthouses in Seminole and Orange counties in the state of Florida ever since August 12, 2008 at 10:40 in the morning, as well as inside of the federal courthouse in the Middle District of Florida on ever since February 20th in 2018 at 9:20 in the morning, right? And now, when you go in there, then the Florida Constitution is going to be directing you to me. See, the United States, see, it's going to be in reverse. See, right now, if I can't get you to go in there, you can't see what I'm talking about, and I'm struggling because I went where you afraid to go. See, so how, see, now, then I'm saying, see, they divining you. See, you are a divining thing, right? Which is to discover by institution or insight, to discover or locate something such as underground water or minerals, usually by means of a divining rod. See, like, this is what I'm saying. You looking for something, and I'm looking for you. So if God is me, then how can I find you if you looking for a God outside yourself? So see, I have to then bring your God back to you so you and I can then do what I need to do to sustain you. See, because I'm saying, man, I had already established myself where when the sorcerer came and cast this sorcery, well, then all I could do is explain myself. What else could I do? If I did anything, the sorcery would have won. See? So so now, if I am now explaining to you who the sorcerers are, how can I be a sorcerer? Look, a person who practiced sorcery, if I am writing books and explaining to you about the sorcery, the wizardry, right? Now, there's a wizard, one skilled in magic. See, I'm showing you the magic. I'm saying, look, yeah, they took my house, they took everything, but you didn't see them giving it back. See, they took it publicly, but they wanted to give it back privately. And I slapped their hands. And no, you give it back the same way you took it. See, that's a God talking to a peasant. See, I'm saying, no, if you came into a God's house, you better be a God. Because you made me look like a peasant to my kingdom. See, the kingdom of Folk Houses Incorporated. So if I am not the founder of that religion, then everybody in my kingdom is going to be without a God. Because if this world got a God, then my kingdom got to have a God. Because if you come into my kingdom and I'm not what you are, then my kingdom is not established. So if you a God, I'm a God. If you a king, I'm a king. If you're a sorcerer, I'm a sorcerer. Whatever you are, I'm that. Because you came into my house. I didn't go into yours. And then when I went into the courthouse, I went into my house, not your house, because I paid taxes. See, you are a product of my taxes. And they call you a judge, but that is not a person. That's a position that I paid for. So that's why when I went in the court, I took my position that these people gave you and set up under a name called God, and you did not represent the people nor that God. Now I'm going and I'm getting Isaiah. You understand? See, this is what I'm saying. See, I'm going to get Isaiah, and I'm saying, now you a sorcerer, the seeds of adulterer, and the whore. See, so you have turned the state of Florida into a whore. Now, here these Christians, right, start talking against my father who says whore, but here the Bible talks about whores. See, this is what they did. Hypocrites, man, right? So now, a whore, a person who engages in sexual intercourse for pay. Is that not what the state of Florida is doing? See, you want to look at it from a physical endeavor. See what I'm saying? Between two people. See what I'm talking about? Or people, multiple people, or whatever, right? But what about when you're not a part of that? See, then you are forced into whoredom. See what I'm saying? This is what when they say whoredom, right? The practice of whoring. See, that's what I'm saying. But by me being the son of a pimp, then I could not allow you to make my family whores. See, because I didn't even like it when my father did it. You see what I'm saying? So now, how I'm gonna let you reduce me to being my father's whore? Man, you out your mind. You see what I'm saying? But now see, this the thing about realness, right? Around fakeness, realness sound arrogant. But really the arrogant person is the fake person. Because the real person don't want to talk about themselves. But they forced to have to testify because of the fakeness. See what I'm saying? Like I was telling this young dude, I say, man, the realer I get, the faker things around me get. You see what I'm saying? Or the faker people are. You know what I mean? Because, okay, if you willing to die, right, then you're not willing to live. How can you be willing to do both? Live and die. See, once you choose life, then you got to live the life you choose. But once you choose death, there's no more life to live. The choice is death. See? So that's a practice of whoring. Because once you lose your virginity, see, men, but that, like I say, when you look at it vulgar, then it's vulgar. But when you look at it spiritually, then when you give in tithes for a feeling, then you can equate it to sex. Because all it is a feeling. So if a person can make you feel good, right, just by speaking, you know what I mean? Like when that person speak, it makes you want to do something positive or do something negative. Whatever it is, you want to do something, right? But when you become a Christian, then you wait, right? You go and you listen and you sit there, you waste time, you listen to this here and you don't do nothing. Then you go back to suffering, waiting. But you took time to go find something. You went to go get stimulated. But waited, you took the energy. Like, where's the energy going? Right? If I get hyped, I want to do something. That's what I don't understand about church. I don't understand what you do with the energy. You just sit here, you cry. I mean, man, I used to see people crying. I'm like, what are you crying for? Like, okay, what's the problem? Because I'm a problem solver. I'm not a problem creator. I don't create problems. See, that's why my family never had to come get me. Like, okay, when my mama cried and I realized I was hurting her with my hustle, I never played video games again. See, that's what I'm telling people with addictions, right? I'm saying, listen, man, I was addicted to video games. I'm serious. Like, I'm telling you. But when I left my brother in the house to go check my trap so I can have the money, see, I didn't go and after I took some money out of my grandmama's purse one time, and she hollered because she knew I had that Jones. She knew it. And I used to ask her for money, but she couldn't keep up with it. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying, like, pain made me, man. Like me disappointing the people that I love because I had a problem. So that's when, that's when I stopped going in my in purses and stuff. See, because damn, man, I could have put us out. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I know our rent was $15.50 in Griffin Park. And I went to get the 50 cent. And she saw me shoot out the door. She shot up there and she just hollered, man, oh! And I brought it back. And that was it. That was the last time I ever did that. See what I'm saying? So I wondered if Jesus, see, that's why I say I had to grow from imperfection to perfection perfectly. See, I'm not saying I was perfect. I'm saying that I became perfect for the moment. See, I was perfect for the time. That's what my mama was saying. She's saying that you had to grow to your position. You can't just be what you're supposed to be. You have to grow into it. And if you don't grow into it, you will get it, but you ain't grown enough to control it. See what I'm saying? See, I believe that I'm destined for greatness, right? But I knew that I wasn't great enough for my destiny. See what I'm saying? So I had to go and perfect myself. So when my destiny came, I would be destined. You see what I'm saying? But if I didn't know I was destined, I wouldn't be prepared for my destiny because I wouldn't have prepared. I would see, that's why I'm showing you about practice. See, I practice on being perfect, right? And that's why people say, you're a perfectionist. Or, and they looked at it as it was derogatory, but I was like, man, okay, they saying this. So, okay, let me, see what I'm saying? Let me dial it down here. Because you trying to fit in. But see, cream can never settle because it rises to the top. So if cream is on the bottom, somebody got to be on top of it, right? So now, as you grow, what that little thing, because you were little, so can a little cream rise to the top without it looking like a bubble? It's still cream, but it's so little, it's just a little pop. See what I'm saying? But as you get older and you start adding to yourself, that bubble become evidence of bubbles that floated to the top and burst. But then what happened when it float back down to the bottom? It's now 2 bubbles, 3 bubbles, 4 bubbles, 5 bubbles, 10 bubbles, 50 bubbles. See, now it's a 39-year-old man that done rose to the top, but still on the bottom. But the bottom of cream is still in the substance. Think about it. When you shake up anything, that fizz is cream, right? But the bottom bubble is in the liquid, because the liquid and the cream is still the same. It's just that the liquid hasn't bubbled up because it's a solid, right? But the cream is the mist off them bubbles that give you the fuzz that allows it to overflow. Barley, all these things are ingredients. So when you pour the beer or you pour something that with a lot of cream fuzz, it can overflow, right? See, but then when it settles, the rest is in the cup. So then people have to learn how to pour something, right, that a fizz. So they lean the glass, pour it at an angle, and let it build up because they know if they pour it straight, it's going to, see what I'm saying? So now, how about if you, the liquid and the bottle and the pour of yourself, because you your God. So you have to learn how to tip your glass and let the liquid flow in at an angle so you don't fizz. Because so the ignorance now is what you fizzing. See, but you saying, is my cup running over or is my enemy cup fizzing? See what I'm saying? But it looked like because we sharing the same space at the same time, it looked like we the same, but we just similar. See, so when all the flowing over is flowing over, fuzz everywhere. So what is the intelligent fuzz? Or what is the intelligent cream that rose to the top? So wouldn't the solid be the liquid, be the corruption that I am now floating on and over? Because wouldn't the top be off the liquid? Right? So the top of the cream is not on the fluid, it's on top of cream. But the bottom of the cream is still dealing with the toxic fears, the turbulence, right? Because turbulence is what upsets the liquid. It upsets the beer. It upsets the acid in the beer or the acid in the soda or whatever it is. So you shake it up, it's going to poof, right? So now, if your enemy is shaking you, what is your substance? Are you acid or are you calmness? How do you shake up calmness without you being shaken? Why would calmness be shaken by you? It's just gonna make calmness more calmer because it has to show your fears. Because you are cream that's on the bottom and they have separated the oil from the water. But everybody is in the cup of deception. So when everybody in the cup of deception, they trying to hold on to their successes. But you're saying you're successful in a cup filled with deception. So are you actually successful or are you a deceiver of success? So since you made money and you have no sense to offer, then you corrupt because that's how you make money. But see, the truth does not corrupt. The truth reveals corruption. So when the truth reveals corruption, then the corrupt now starts creaming, right? See, right? But now listen, where does the cream go when it's running? Right? So now, if the cream rises to the top, what goes to the bottom? If the last shall be first, what do the first do when it become last? See, it's still cream now, and it's the cream of the crop. It's just upside down, right? See, if you the best on the bottom of yourself, then when would you ever reach your best? If you're on the bottom of yourself. So if you don't rise to the occasion, then you will always be beneath yourself. You feel me? So what I'm trying to do is get you up off your belly. And even if I can get you to your hands, to your all fours, you will see clearer than you would if you on your belly. See, so if you read your understanding, you are being arraigned. And if you are a human on your belly, then you are a serpent. See what I'm saying? Now, if you go back to dirtiness, then you are Adam. you are a backslider, or you are Eve. You have been deceived. Because now you in Genesis 3, that lets you know you have no mirror's image, because you can't go to Genesis 1 because you're dirty.